Hi, good evening all. This is SK. I promise you guys that I will be discussing with you that how I trade my first 5 minute candle. Before that, like if you see most of my days, like my days are like this, first minute first 5 minutes I make 500, 300, 400, 1,000 either plus or I'm, like a couple of $100 negative. But on an average, like in a week, in 10 days, 10 trading days, 1 or 2 days I'm a little bit negative, or most of the days I'm positive. But what I'm doing is scalping. It's not trading, and scalping can take a lot of money from your pocket. It is not at all advisable for newcomers, for beginners. Even if you're not very profitable in your swing trade, this is not advisable. I mean, I trade because I have, to trade scalping first two couple of 5 minutes candles. You need to be very sure, like what direction we are looking for the market. Like you need to be very well prepared before, and this is, trust me, this is not for the newcomers. This is not for the beginners. This is not for somebody who is not doing very well in swing trading. This is not for somebody who cannot see the directions. This is not for somebody who cannot draw the trend lines. This is not for many of the people. I mean, you can do scalp later on, 9:30, 10, 11 o'clock, but there are so many guys who are asking me, so I thought I don't want to make it look like that I'm trying to hide something, or I'm not trying to be transparent. If I'm here in the open market with you guys, I'm here to share anything and everything. You can ask me anything. I'll share everything. I'll share most of the things. Something personal I might not. But the point is that I'm sharing this thing with you guys, but I myself do not want you guys to trade this way. Like, look for the swings, look for the high of the days, high of yesterday, low of yesterday, all these things. Look for the overall direction, which is from daily or weekly chart. Look for these kind of things. The most important thing in my trading is that what week we are in the month. Are we in the first week, second week, third week, fourth week? All first, second, third, fourth week, my assumptions, my trend lines, my decision makings differ. Everything is coming in our study material. I'm going to share everything. So like, you cannot have one style, one setup, and you cannot have one mindset for every day and every week of the month. So I'm cutting it short here. Like, that will be coming. This is not for everybody, but I'm gonna share with you guys. First 5 minute candle. Like before the market open. I have a balance of market power in EMINI on a 2 minute chart. Let me do it here. Okay, on a 2 minute chart, and what I'm doing is, like, I know this is high of the high of yesterday, and we are gapping up. We can see from the pre-market and all that. What I'm looking at here is, I'm not looking at extended data. Extended data can be deceiving. How do I know that? This is something which is my own back testing. This is something which I have traded over and over again and learned about it. First of all, the most important thing: this is not for the beginners. This is not for somebody who cannot trade, who cannot scale in during the first 5 minutes. Secondly, like, this is not advisable if you cannot take a loss. If you're there to make a certain amount of money or whatever, this is not for them. This is for somebody who can read the market, who can read the extended chart, who can read the 4 hour chart, who can read the normal US hour chart very clearly, and he can trade that. What I normally do is, I have my trend lines. We are gapping up here. I know that. So overall, we are above the support. We are above our January high, and we are above our February high as well. So what I'm looking at is, like, this is a bounce. We can get. This is our support. This is a high of yesterday. Whatever happens, if our BOP is positive, this is a balance of market power. If this is positive, what is balance of market power means? This tells us that large lots are being bought or they are being sold. So these are being bought. If you see here, these are being bought, and I only use balance of market power for first couple of 5 minute candles. I do not use after that, and in that also I do my trend lines and I see what's going on. I'm scalping. So then we see this first 2 minute candle, which is a dodgy candle. We can see some kind of a pullback, but institutions are buying. The balance of market power is positive, they are buying. So I bought this close. I bought, I believe, 2 or 3 contracts, and I am okay if even, for me, if this goes against me, I'm ready to take a big loss. Again, scalping is risk equal to your reward. So I am okay to take that because I know I'll make up at the end of the day. And my stop would be below the high of yesterday. This is green, I'm still buying. I bought this close. This is 4 minutes. And this candle, I'm trying to explain I'm trying to explain this what I did. Somebody asked me if I can explain how did I took my entry here. I bought here, and next candle I sold. Now I put my limit order above this candle. I put my limit order above the high of this, at least 4 to 5 ticks high of this. I want to get filled and then I'll go higher. I see this. We see the pullback, but it's still below this. So basically, if you're scalping, you'll buy this with the stop 2 to 4 ticks low of this. So we saw the breakout below this. So this candle was our sell. This was again, this is a scalping. Scalping is not advisable for newcomers. So this is what I look. After this, what I do is I go here, I remove this study, I go back to my 5 minute candle, and I go back to my 5 minute candle and I look at this. I look at this. Then I go further. This is not a buy. This is a breakout. So this is breakout. If you have followed me on my Twitter account, I mentioned over there that high of the day, I'm looking for bot 100. Should be somewhere here. I mean, I'm looking to buy, but we have the profit takers. I bought here. I don't know. I remember I shared somewhere. That we might get one push down low of the day. Okay, bears might test yesterday's high. What was the time when I posted this? It was 10:05. So 10:05, which is 555. 10:05, we were about. This candle is not yet. I think I posted here, but we were at the high of this thing. Okay, I posted that we are testing this. We are testing this for the next leg up. But again, but I was prepared. If you go back, you see this is push one. This is a breakout. Breakout might test the breakout point, which is about 1958, and we'll see the pushback. We tested exactly the breakout point and we failed here. This was a shot, but I did not took a shot. There's a guy who's a doctor in Germany, very good friend of mine, very intelligent, a great trader. He mentioned as well that SKI traded against you and I made my money. It's okay. I'm overall, I was very bullish, and as I shared with you guys that I do not like to short pullbacks when we are overall in a very bullish trend. So what I did is over here I didn't do nothing. I was just waiting for the long entry. And if you see, I have this thing, and this thing happened here. We poked through this and we saw this. And if you guys followed me on my Twitter account, I mentioned here that I mentioned here that I mentioned here the friend doctor who took this. This is his Twitter handle. You guys can follow him. He's a great guy. He's a very, very great guy. I mentioned here. You see, this is the third push down, and I'm looking for long. I mentioned here I bought and stop is at 1943. I believe I just bought it first. 1031. I bought it. I was long here. When I bought here, if you see here, just after the close, I got filled. That's when I mentioned, like I had my limit order it, I got filled, and that's what we saw. Let me see, 1031. This is again, like this is the second push, this is the third push. We tested our support. 1031, I got filled, and we go for the next leg up. This is the third push. After the third push, we saw that. So basically, again, let's come back to the first 5 minutes. First 5 minutes or first 10 minutes, I scalped, but this is not for the newcomers. I do take a look at the balance of market power, but like I'm not 100% depending on it. I do make my mind, like am I bullish? What's the direction of the market? I look at those things and then I go for that. If you really want to make money, if you have less funds, like I will be sharing how to trade options, and I will be trading options with you guys. I mean trading options, it's like something like this. Like if we are getting a bounce here, you're sure you're filling up here, you can see it's a third push down, or you're shorting the market here, just sell, just just go here, buy some puts, like you can buy some puts, or let's say you buy some puts here, like you can scale in lower, and like you should see the delta is delta. Okay, I mean I don't want to go into gamma, theta, all the Greeks, but the delta means if your S&P is moving $1, this is moving 50 cents. I'm making a video on this tonight, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. If you have less funds, if you have funds like 2,000, 3,000, 1,500, like you have not 500 though, like if you have 1,000 or a little bit more, you can still make 100 to 200 or $300 a day. Trading, taking a swing trade via options trading S&P. I'll be sharing with you guys, and hopefully we all gonna make good money out of it. I have full faith in you guys. I have full faith in myself, and I'm here to teach you. I'm here to share everything I know. Ask as much as you can. This is the platform where we can get our financial freedom. This is the platform where we can really go live our life, like while we have fun and make money. You can sit in your home, you can sit in Alaska, you can sit in North Pole, South Pole, you can sit in Hawaii, you can sit in Australia. I mean talk about it. Wherever there is an internet and your laptop, you are making money. Simple. So I mean let's get the freedom. Good luck, everybody. I'm sharing my another video of where the options and the recap as well. Good night.